All right, everyone, now you're entering a fruit paradise, a fruit garden. As you can see here, this is the entrance to my yard, and the first thing you see are guavas. And this tree is just full of guavas everywhere. Small ones, big ones, that within likely a month, I'll be eating nice fresh guavas. But this is a Mexican variety. It has a red flesh, and it gets, I would say, the size of a small apple. As you can see here, the tree is actually flourishing and just blossoming, still blossoming. We're in uh, we're in late July here in Metairie, Louisiana, and as you can see here, the tree is just chock full of guavas everywhere. So it should be a bountiful year. And this tree here is a mango tree. It's a mango tree that I grew from seed. So maybe within a few years, if I'm lucky, it'll produce some mangoes. All right, moving on. Got a moringa tree here. Moringa, as you can see here, it's a tree that's full of nutrients. And parts of Africa, they use it as a staple of their diet. It's a leaf that has, from what I've read, um, protein, and it actually, as I said, quite nutritious. Um, and as you can see, it's quite tall. It's going to get taller and just branch out even more than what it is. And here I have look at that beauty, a sugar apple tree. It's a sugar apple tree. It's about 2 years old, this sugar apple tree. Hasn't blossomed yet, hasn't given any flowers yet, but surely one day, if um, if I'm lucky, it will blossom. Next here we have a mini guava. It's called a nana guava, but it's a mini guava. Hasn't produced any guavas yet, but it's only about a year and a half old. But look how healthy it is. Very, very nice. Very nice. It's about, if I had to say, 1.5 feet tall. And here I have another guava. This is a white variety guava. It's a white variety, and it was actually, before I planted it, it was actually I planted it about a month ago, and it was actually on the verge of dying because um, I grew it from seed. It's about 2 years ago, and I just it's a bad thing about having pots and plants is that you sometimes forget to water them, and as a result, they dry up. The roots dry up, and the tree just withers away, dries up. Okay, moving on here. This is a big mulberry tree. Just I would, if I had to guess, it's about let's say 40-year-old tree, but yes, every year gives an abundance of of mulberries, and the branches grow quite quickly, and they need to be pruned sometimes twice a year. That's how fast they grow. But as you can see here, that's how big it is. The base of it is just humongous, and it provides a lot of nice shade and a lot of tasty fruit. And here's my Hass avocado. Look at that avocado. Just 2 years ago, before a major freeze here, it produced, I would say, over 100 Hass avocados. Quite bountiful year in terms in terms of harvest. But as you can see here, it's come back. It died back all the way. As you can see, it died back all the way almost to the base, just before, it's actually above the graft and the rootstock. So what I have here is a tree that's gonna produce fruit. If I had to guess, next year it's gonna come back with a vengeance and produce. But as you can see here, this is where it died. It froze, and it needs to be cut, but it's come back strong. All right. Here I have it's not a fruit bearing tree, but it's a jacaranda. Beautiful tree, gives beautiful purple blossoms, and quite I would say majestic when it when it blossoms, um, flowers. But beautiful tree, um, but it's still in a pot actually. Needs to be planted. Okay, what I have here is it's an apple tree, but it's an apple tree with since we live in a warm climate here. We live in zone 9B. We're obviously gonna probably want to get trees that are suited for this climate. But it's an apple tree that has about a year and a half old, and but it has three different grafts on it. It has an Anna. Let's see here. Let's see here. It's an Anna apple, a Gordon apple, which I believe is a green apple, and a Dorset golden apple. But they have produced this year. I got about 4 different apples this year, and they were both quite tasty. Delicious, in fact. All right, moving on. Next I have here a white, it's a white flesh peach. And believe it or not, this tree is only about a year and a half old, but it's come on strong. It's come on strong. Beautiful tree. I believe it's a semi-dwarf peach, so it's not going to get very big, but um, it gave a quite, it gave about, I would say, 7 peaches this year, and they were all quite tasty. As you can see here, I throw all of my compost, all of the compost. Sometimes I have a compost area, but I also sometimes throw the compost at the base of the tree so that the ground becomes more nutrient dense. All right, here I have, it's called a Suriname cherry tree. It's a tropical cherry, but the cherry turns purple. I got a few this year, but not very many. Not very many. Pardon this rope, but sometimes I use the rope to tie the branches when they get too long. But that's my Suriname cherry tree. As you can see, a beautiful leaf. That's a beautiful leaf there. Yes. And this is another cherry tree. It likes the warm climate. It's called Cherry of the Rio Grande. Cherry of the Rio Grande. So as you can see there, it's about a 1.5 feet tall, and as you can see there, blossoming quite nicely, quite nicely. And here I have another warm climate tree, apple tree. It's an Anna apple. It's an Anna apple, and it's an ultra dwarf Anna apple. So that means it's not going to get very big. This one, let's see here. Yes, it's a good apple, and as I said, it's an ultra dwarf, so it's gonna, as it says here, grows up to 5 to 8 feet tall only. But of course, you can prune any tree and keep it to the size that you want. And here I have another cherry type tree. It's a Barbados cherry. Barbados cherry. As you can see here, it's beginning to bloom. See that little flower bud there? So yes, got quite a bit of variety of cherries here. And here I have a, look at this tree. Let me step back here. It's a Barbados, no, excuse me. It's a star fruit, aka carambola. And as you can see here, there are the flowers. It's flowered quite nicely. You see some more flowers there. Let's see, let me give you a picture of some actual fruit. Let's see here. Let me show you some fruit. There we are. Look at that. Flowers now forming fruit. Look at that, very nice. Another one here. Get a better picture there. Very nice. Another one here. Very nice. So we're gonna have some. Looks like I'm gonna have an abundance of star fruit this year, and yes, I'll say by December it should be ready to eat. Ready to eat. Okay, so moving on here quickly. Don't want to make such a long video, but I've kind of moved on to. I moved away from having big sized trees to dwarf trees. This is a dwarf citrus called the Page Mandarin, and as you can see here, it's about 2 years old, but full of mandarin. This one actually produced the first year as well. It's a Page Mandarin, dwarf mandarin. And got another dwarf citrus here. It's a dwarf Valencia orange. As you can see here, it's already produced. This is not even a foot tall, but it's already produced. Next I have a Dancy dwarf citrus tree. Got a little fruit there, some more fruit there. Fantastic. All right. Here I got a peach tree. This tree this year produced about 500 peaches or more, but quite abundant in its production. So yes, it's been a faithful producer year after year. Actually, don't remember the variety, but this one was actually bought at a box store. So this is a ever-bearing mulberry. Doesn't get as big as a common mulberry, but as you can see here, it's already produced its first crop, but it continues producing all year round. So this is an ever-bearing mulberry. And next we got here another dwarf citrus, and this is a dwarf mandarin kishu. As you can see here, got some more. See that? Small but productive. Okay, got another one here. It's called a Sanguinelli blood orange, and as you can see here, got an orange. Got another one over here. All right, another one up top. Let's move on here. Got this nice papaya tree. Very nice papaya tree, beautiful. Beautiful. About a month, it's gonna likely produce and have ripe papayas that I can just pull off the tree there and make them however I want, either in a shake or eat them fresh. Got a Asian pear here. As you can see here, got some small pears there that are hopefully growing to big pears. And there's another avocado I just planted. It's called the Lila avocado. This one's a little more cold hardy, down to, from what I've read, to 20 degrees. So you know, don't have to worry too much about any freeze that may come this way. Doesn't get that cold usually here, so that one's going to be hopefully very tolerant. Got some oregano here. They call it Cuban oregano. Very nice smell. Very nice smell. Got some chilies here. Look at those chilies just falling off, ready to be picked. Got some blooms there. Very nice. Very good taste. Very sweet. Got a pineapple pear there. Pineapple pear tree. I actually moved this from one area to this area so that it can provide me shade here by the swing. So, all right. So moving on here. Here we got a Chico Zapote. Look at that, beautiful. Chico Zapote, for all you who don't know what a Chico Zapote is, it's a small brown fruit and very, very sweet when it's ripe, and tastes like honey. Very, very nice. Blossoming everywhere. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Everywhere. Very nice. This one was actually hit hard by the freeze a few years ago, but it's come back. It's come back. This one, it's another dwarf tango mandarin. Needs to be planted. Need to find an area for it, which I'll do likely today. Here we got a Moro blood orange. That needs to be, actually no, this is not the blood orange. This is a blood orange. Got me a caracara that needs to be planted. This is a bonanza peach tree that needs to be that hasn't produced any for me yet, but it did blossom this year, so probably just needs to get a little older. Okay, I got me a Owari Satsuma here, as you can see, full of Satsumas, full of them everywhere. So just look at that. Look at that. Excellent. Got a lot here, got a lot. Got another dwarf. It's a Robertson navel orange. So once again, it's a dwarf. So hopefully it's going to produce without getting too big and overwhelming my yard. Because as you can see, got a lot here. Got another Owari Satsuma. Perfect. I got another. Got a. This is a Washington navel. Got a Meyer lemon. As you can see there, beginning to bloom. Here, I believe it blooms all year round. This is a Mihu Satsuma. Got some, as you can see there, got some fruit on it that needs to get mature. This is a grapefruit. Still a very young tree. It produces a few, but produces a few, but I'm going to fertilize it, and hopefully it, with some natural fertilizer, cow manure, hopefully next year it blossoms for me even more. Okay, I got a pineapple guava here. Pineapple guava. Yes, produced a lot of blossoms this year, but did not produce any fruit. Here I got Quince tree, first year tree, still hasn't produced any. It's a pineapple quince. So, yes, trying out this tree to see how it does in this climate. I think it's going to do well. Let's move on here. Got a mission fig tree, mission fig, first year tree from last year, I should say. But as you can see, already producing. Already producing. And this is a Smyrna fig. Smyrna fig, full of figs. It's a small tree, but when I can see, heavy producer. All right, here we got a royal lead cherry. Now this tree requires a pollinator to pollinate it when it blooms, and I got one right over here. Got one right over here, and this is the mini royale cherry tree. So this is going to pollinate the other cherry tree, and hopefully have some cherries. Yes, believe it or not, in this warm climate. And this is a falsa tree. Produces these nice nice berries, sweet berries. And as you can see, the tree is just full of them. Full of them. All right, let me move on. This is another citrus. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a sour citrus, but it produces a lot. Let me just get some of these suckers off. But as you can see, it's not even a foot and a half, this tree, and producing an abundance of blossoms. And I got some of these sweet peppers. Still very small, but they get quite abundant producer. And yes, very nice, very nice. Here I have a Malaysian guava. As you can see here, the blossomed already. Has a little fruit on there. And it's a red Malaysian guava. Red Malaysian guava. This one I picked up in California. But very similar climate, does well here. This is another white guava that I have here. You can see, very, very healthy. Very, very healthy tree. This is an Oro Blanco grapefruit tree. Oro Blanco blossomed this year, but it didn't hold any fruit. Got some rosemary here. Nice rosemary, some herbs. Got some oregano. Got some cherry tree. Got a apple tree here. I believe this is a Anna apple. Anna apple. And this is a Dorset apple, green Dorset apple. And this is a Tangelo. Tangelo. It's a Tangelo orange. For those that know, a Tangelo, very delicious fruit. And these are the ice cream bananas. I just cut a stalk of bananas yesterday, and gonna cut another one today, which I'll show you in a second. But this is another guava variety of guava tree, full of guavas, red flesh guava. All right, folks, full of guavas, as you can see, just full of them. So it's gonna be an abundant year for guavas everywhere. All right, moving on. Got a variety of persimmon here. As you can see, this persimmon tree is small, but heavy producer. It's even weighing down the tree. Weighing down that tree. Look at that. Weighing it down. All right. Got a Celeste fig here. Celeste fig. Got some nice figs over here. Let me show you. Just ready to be eaten. Look at that. Delicious. In my opinion, the best. the best fig around. Best fig that money can buy. I mean, anyway, I got another Fuyu persimmon. Have a look there. Have a look. That's a persimmon, and I planted another persimmon, Fuyu persimmon next to it. Although it's a self-pollinator, doesn't need any pollination from another tree. As you can see here, very nice, full of persimmons. Got me a mango tree here. I believe this is don't remember the variety of mango, but it's a Zil variety mango. Very delicious mango. It produced last year, but very nice. It got me atemoya. This is an atemoya tree here, which I have to hand pollinate. This tree here. When this flower opens up, I grab pollen from another already male flower and gather it and put it in the female flower. But that has to be hand pollinated. As you can see here, more guavas. More guavas. All right. There you have that's the bananas I'm talking about, the ice cream banana. Full of bananas, just full of them. I got 3 of those that are ready to be cut down. Let's see here. You see? Already yellow. Need to be cut down, probably very likely today. So needs to be done, and those bananas are up there already beginning to ripen too much. They need to be cut down immediately. All right, here's another peach tree with 3 different varieties on it. And it did produce this year. And Eva's Pride is one. And there are others. The names are here. There's a Mid-Pride Peach and a May Pride Peach. But they did produce this year. So another variety of peach. Got a blueberry section here in my yard. Got some blueberries. Blueberry seasons they're almost, it's already ending. But there are a few here that I can pick. As you can see there, a few berries that need to be eaten, otherwise they fall off. Look at that. Or the birds eat them, which isn't that bad actually. Look at that. Need to be eaten. Got some more here. As I said, coming to the end of the blueberry season. Delicious. Got an another ever-bearing mulberry tree here. Look at that. Look at that. Just nutrition in your own backyard. Got another little bonanza peach there. This is a navel orange. All right, this video is getting a little long. Gotta speed up. Got some olive tree here. I believe it's called Koneki olive. It needs to be planted in the ground in order for it to produce better. Got another variety of persimmon here. Look at that. Not such a big tree. Not such a big tree. I got some longans. Look at that, guys. Tropical fruit. This is in a container. This goes in during the winter, but it's gonna give me a few dozen. Still a very young tree, 1 year old. Next year should be more of a bigger producer, but look at that. Longan tree. It's almost similar to the lychee, for those of you who know lychee. All right. This tree here looks like it needs some attention. Don't know what we got here. But yes, I got this a white. This is a called a subel sapote. It's a very one of my favorite fruits. It's has a taste, a custardy taste that tastes like peach, pineapple, and kind of citrusy as well. All just in infused into that fruit. Very delicious fruit. Very delicious. This plant I have it also in the pot. Look at that. Their size, almost the size of a big apple, but delicious fruit. Very delicious. And here I have a Pakistani mulberry. Pakistani mulberry. These mulberries actually are the size of a. Let's see if I can find one for you. The size of a about 2 inches long, but tastes divine. Like a, it tastes like raspberries. Just delicious. Got a lychee. Look at that lychee. Produced a few this year. Got it in the pot. Very cold sensitive, so got it in the pot. Got another white variety of guava. White variety. Very delicious, very sweet. And this tree, it's called it's a jujube. This is a Shangxi Li jujube. And it's quite an abundant producer. And I saw some flowers on it. So it's about that time of the year that it produces. So there we are. It got me a lemon guava. As you can see here, lemon guavas. This one's in a pot, and I can plant it hopefully in the ground somewhere. This is a sweet lemon. Sweet lemon. Got it in the pot as well. It needs to be planted, but it's already producing in the pot. And as you can see there, it's gonna give me something this year to try. But it's a sweet lemon tree. And folks, we got some. Look at that, some grapes as well. Got me some grapes. Got me some more grapes there. So believe it or not, this is a variety that grows well in this area. So very nice. We got a Hamlin orange here. A Hamlin orange tree. Just planted that one. And we got some more atemoyas here. Part of family of the nonas. So as you can see here, got some flower blossoms there. There we go. Quite small yet. All right. These are some more citrus that need to be planted. But since the video is getting too long, we're gonna go ahead and continue on here. And I got another variety of fig. Don't know, it's an unnamed variety, but huge figs, huge. Look at that. It still needs to get bigger as well. Very sweet as well. Got me a what is this? It's a dwarf Meyer lemon in a pot. As you can see here, this is a 1-inch pot, but look at that. Producing a lot of fruit. Or it's already produced 4 fruit for such a small tree. Got some mulberries, excuse me, some blackberries there that are getting bigger. Okay, got a mango tree there in a pot. Very nice. Look at that beautiful leaf set. Very nice. This is another peach tree. It's called the Alberta variety. It's a late producing, late producer. Um, Gave me a few this year. Got a kumquat. Look at those kumquats beginning to flower now. Very nice. The smell is amazing. Got some pomegranate there. Got 3 different variety of pomegranates. Got this, forgot the name of variety of this fig. But another Awari Satsuma. Got this magnolia fig here. Look at that magnolia fig. Very nice. Time to eat it. White interior. Look at that. Very sweet. Very nice. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on here. Loquat, 1 year old, fast bloomer. This is a, I believe, Eversweet pomegranate, first year. Hasn't produced any yet, obviously. This is a variety of pomelo. Got a big pomelo there. This is the Valentine pomelo. So it's the first year, but looks like it's gonna give me the opportunity to try some today. This is a lime quat. Look at that lime quat. Flowering everywhere. Very nice. It's a tart between a tart. The rind is sweet and the inside is tart, so a nice combination. All right, I got this Arbequina olives here, tree. Very nice. Look at that. Very nice. Look at those olives. And I got the tiger figs there. Look at those beautiful tiger figs. Just give them in abundance this year. This tree is only, believe it or not, 2 years old. 2-year-old tree. Look at those olives everywhere. Nice. Got another fig variety there. All right, another fig variety here. This variety is called, I forgot this variety, trying to find the name. Okay. And I got another tangerine there, tangerine tree. And this is a strawberry, I believe it's called strawberry fig, Texas strawberry fig. I'm not too sure on the name of it, but it's the first year. It's about a year old, year and a half old, but it's, as you can see here, it's going to give me the opportunity to try it. And folks, that pretty much concludes my tour of my garden here, which is full of fruit. So any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. Okay, bye bye.